Hello, everyone. This is Nita, and thank you all for listening to this Infinite Truth Seekers broadcast. And today I wanted to talk to you all about being a colorist and how to destroy the cycle and the pattern of that and where that starts at. And I want to talk to you all about that because I had learned some bad behavior about being a colorist. And I'm not a colorist now, but this is something that I grew up with learning from other adults. And they would say, like, oh, that light skinned such and such, or that black such and such, making a difference in the color, saying that someone light skinned thought they was better than someone that was darker. And then when someone was darker and they were doing well, they will talk about that person. And as if the darker the color or complexion of the person was, as if it was something wrong with it when it was not. Okay. So I had to learn, like, hey, that's some ignorant behavior right there. I don't want to participate in. And the black race is one of the races that has the most beautiful different color shades of skin. Okay. And it's considered black skin. And so black, I'm not saying all black people, because some of them have learned not to do this. And it's like you have to teach yourself. If you're one of those who learn from someone else that kind of bad behavior, like not to portray that, or not to behave like that, or not to even look at a person regarding their skin colors as if they are trying to be better than someone because they were born light skinned, or because they're not, like there's something wrong with a darker person. Because I done had my I have uh grandparents. One was Japanese, and she married a black man, and I'm talking about he was black. Okay, so they're both deceased. Then another grandparent, one he wasn't dark complected, he was a lighter complexion, and she was of a darker complexion. So it's about um, loving someone not because of their skin color, but not degrading the black people because of the color, the shade, and the color of their skin. Like I have a very, or because I live in Florida, right? So now I got this tan, but this is not, my skin color is actually lighter. And so I look differently. Like I look a certain way with a lighter untanned skin, and then this way with a very tan complexion. And so that is like for someone, when they meet somebody and they only like that light colored skin, and then when the person gets darker, if they're a colorist, and like I got this tan, they like, I don't like that. That's not the complexion I like. I don't even want to be with you no more because you done got darker. That's some ignorant mess right there. So, uh, and so the reason I'm talking to you all about this is because I really want you all to, like recognize when someone has taught you some bad behavior, that it is your responsibility to say, you know what, that right there, that's some ignorant stuff. It's like, how you gonna be racist against your own black race? And they call it a colorist, but in actuality, it's still racism. And so I'm talking about this because I hope it heals uh, something as well. Like once you stop a bad behavior someone taught you, you're healing something within yourself, and that right there is racism. If that's a bad behavior that someone taught you, and you were displaying that behavior, and now you're like, hey, you know what? That's some ignorant mess. I don't want to do that. Once you stop doing it, you're healing something within yourself. And um, I just hope that this was helpful. I could go on in more detail about it, but I believe that you all that are listening and when you watch this video, if you've dealt with that, then you know what I'm talking about. And um, like I look at my children, they're different colors. They're black, they're different colors, light, dark, And so I'm not a racist, and I'm not a colorist. And so it heals something because I done dated the darkest to the lightest to the darkest of the black race, and I done dated other races. I'm definitely not a racist. And it makes you realize, since I'm talking to you about it, is that just because someone teach you a bad behavior doesn't mean that once you are able to make decisions on your own that you have to accept that bad behavior. Once you recognize that it's bad behavior, it's your decision to make and say, hey, I'm not going to participate in betraying that bad behavior. I'm not going to show up in the world like that, being a racist or a colorist against my own race. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you all for listening. Be safe and take care.